Okay, so who is responsible then for cleaning up the homeless encampment and needle exchange adjacent to Broadview-Thomson School in Seattle? Earlier, we told you that the city had said it is the Seattle School District's problem, and apparently the mayor seems to be doubling down on that notion. She was asked during a news conference late last week if it really makes sense for schools to be responsible for providing homeless services.
So we've had a long, robust conversation with the school district. They're a billion-dollar organization with funds and resources. The person who wrote the process for the city's approach now works for the school district as the lawyer. They have someone who works for FEMA. We're working with them so that they can stand up their own process. And I hope that they are able to take that approach. I mean, I think that if they follow what we've been able to do in many places using city property, using city resources, that you can have a very compassionate-based outreach. And you can also move an encampment that has a particular public health or safety risk. And so the school district needs to step up. And we are there to help and assist them, but they cannot shirk their obligations and duties for school property. It's imposed not just by law, but what parents and families expect. I know they care passionately. They're working to do it. And so we're working with them to see if we can help them stand up a process similar to ours.
I don't know, parents. Tell me, from the Seattle School District, are you expecting the district to handle the homelessness problem? Did I miss something there?
Is that real?
Well, it's
did she really tell them they need to step up?
Yeah, the problem is she's saying this during a press conference where she was announcing $128 million in federal help for Seattle's rescue plan. And a big chunk of that money, more than a third of it, is for permanent housing, emergency housing, shelter, and services, according to this plan. So during there, you're saying, hey, we're getting all this money. We're going to try to help rescue Seattle, but one that's very visible that is affecting an entire community and a bunch of school kids and people who go to the school or work there. Nothing for that? No help?
I'll sum this up. You know how my brain thinks, Ursula. This reminds me of the time that me and my cousin was arguing about whose turn it was to wash the dishes. And I'm being serious. My grandmama said, baby, by the time I get home, them dishes better be done. We both kept arguing. Nuh-uh, you, no, you, no, you. Long story short, here's what happened. The dishes didn't get done because we had this idea that when she got home, we were going to make our case and argue. Guess what ended up happening? We both got in trouble.
Yeah, and the dishes weren't done. Yeah.
That's how this feels. It feels like, oh, no, it's your problem. No, it's your problem. Yours, your problem. And then guess what? When kids get ready to come back to school in the fall, this still doesn't get fixed. I can't believe we are having this happen with Seattle leadership.
And so when we come to vote in November, again, we're going to have a new mayor and a chance for 2 new council members. Please keep this in mind.